y'all. What's up? What is good? What is good? Listen, thank you for we doing the podcast drop, right?
Okay.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? I'm cool like that.
All right.
I ain't gotta be your old and not little youthful.
What's good? What's good?
What's good, y'all? Yo, this is Eric and Kasheah and Green's Love and Marriage.
Love and marriage.
Episode number click. Do that over. No, keep going. Hey, but honestly, yo, we got a chance and we have an opportunity to speak to two young souls. How long you guys been married?
5 years.
5 years now?
Nice.
Turn the camera on.
You recording, right?
Can you tell them your name, please?
Kasheah.
That's Kasheah and Devin. And what we're doing is we're actually having a conversation with them where we're going to explain our book and why we wrote it, because they're a young married couple. And one thing we always love to do is pour into young marriages and make sure that they're getting sound advice, wise advice. Just because somebody can speak into your life doesn't mean it's supposed to come into your life. Not everybody's been qualified to speak into your life, right? You start with your parents first, right? And even with that, you evaluate what they're saying, because everybody has a past. And sometimes we bring our past into the future, and then we plant seeds that are not good from the past into our future. So we have to weigh what we hear. You feel what I'm saying? We got to weigh what we hear. And me and Kathy and I, my wife, her better half,
My pain in the butt. How long
we
been
love
married, baby?
to 18 years now.
Oh, you got it this time.
I got it wrong the other day. That's why she's mad.
15
Still
years.
had
I
this
earned
book
this
up.
18 years.
Yeah, but baby, tell them why we wrote the book.
So I know God had laid it in my heart to write something, but I didn't know what. And when we started our podcast, I was like,
The mindset.
the
of podcast.
mindset of a podcast. Right. It made sense to tell a story because a lot of times people see us and they're like, man, I want what you guys have. No, you don't. Because it came, we didn't
with
just come get to where we are today. It came with work. It came with a lot of accent from me. It came with a lot of back and forth. He's the calm one. I'm the calmer one.
No. Hold on. Okay, now
Don't look at.
I'm gonna make
We're gonna edit that one. Okay.
we have two different sets of energy,
Right.
right?
And-
It's no less or greater than a battery
Uh-huh.
that has a negative pulse and a positive pulse. But what it does is it produces energy. It makes something go forward, right?
Yeah.
So one may have a positive moment, one may have a negative moment, and vice versa. But if you remember, you both are on this, absolutely run the same vehicle, it'll catapult you into continuing to grow.
But did you like
In
to
other
walk
words,
me down?
no, you
Oh,
want that
okay.
in because
Oh, okay.
you know when the preacher thing come out, it just come out.
It does come out, yeah.
You gotta be careful how you see. Now watch me now. Turn to your neighbor right quick, like y'all.
No. So no. But we wanted to share our stories. We're very transparent in the book about like some of the things that we've been through, even before getting married. I was married before. Eric was married before. We do have we're a blended family. A lot of people don't even know that because of how our kids connect, right? And I think that honestly, God brought us together. He has 2 girls, 1 boy. I have 2 girls, 1 boy. And it's just to see like the dynamic with us. And we wanted to share a story with young couples because
Period.
again, the enemy out there, he's destroying marriages, right? People are giving up. A lot of times we see people want this microwave marriage, right? Things just have to work, and if it doesn't, I quit. Right? And we wanted to share that story about marriage is work, marriage is commitment, and marriage is really remembering, why did I get married?
Yo, can I get some of the mic?
No, why did I get married?
But it is what she's saying.
And I
It's
still
work.
like it.
It's work, right? And
Yeah.
the thing is, for me, I'll tell you what it started, my growth towards being the best husband I can be, and then being the best father I can be, in that order, right? Because if you being a good husband to your wife, she's gonna make sure those kids are lining up, right? You ain't gotta put too much work in. And them kids then now know, if you get out of order, mom can say, Dad, and everybody jump to attention, right? So for me, when she and I got married, 2 different families, I had to let her know that I am the man of the house, not by the form of my manhood, but the compassion in my heart. I'm gonna love your kids like I love my kids, so these kids can understand we're gonna be one. It's gonna be a lot of work. So basically it starts with us.
Yeah.
If we don't set the rule, or if we don't set the atmosphere, it's gonna be all over the place. Because a woman respects a man that knows how to come into his house and set the tone of that house. She just respects that. But if a man sits around the house and the kids are here, we're here, there, and da-da-da-da, and wifey is like, Babes, are you gonna do anything? She's not respecting you. That's not even it. She's tolerating you. You feel what I'm saying, right? So that's what I had to show her to make sure she understood that if we have that order, everything is gonna be okay. The bills you used to worry about, no, that's my job now.
So I'm glad you said that, because I was gonna say, when we got married, Eric had his own house. In Philly. I live in Jersey. I was not moving to Philly, so he moved in with me. So now moving in, now it has double bills. And I remember saying, "Oh my God, how in the heck are we gonna pay these bills?" So now we have 2 sets of bills, and I would never forget him saying, "Why are you worried that I'm here?" And this is in the book. Why are you worried that I'm here? And that's stuck with me. And it's been 18 years we've been married. It stuck with me. Why are you worried? And I'm here. And I'm like, okay. And from then
Go cook me something, young lady.
No, he didn't. Well, I could. But from then until now, I can't tell you what my mortgage payment is. I'm not worried about bills. We put our finances together.
Right.
He pays the bills. He said, "Okay, Kat, this is what we have left." But I have never since that day worried about bills. And it's just, we tell a lot of couples this: you have to work together in
Shared
order for
responsibility.
this to work.
Yeah. Shared
right?
responsibility. Shared responsibility is the best way to go about raising a family. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, eventually those kids are going to grow up and they're going to be gone. So what's left with you two? You know what I mean? So you're not just raising the kids, you're raising yourselves too. Every time you turn a certain age, you go into another dimension. You may want to learn something more, whether it be, corporately, and he may want to learn something more, whether it be in the church, whatever. But whoever elevates, this person got to go with them. You don't have to be them, but this is how we grow together, right? Bible says iron sharpens iron. So you bring in all you got, you bring in all you got. At the end of the day, if we continue to maximize our both strength, the both of our strengths, there's no way we're gonna lose. There's no way we're gonna lose. We're not saying this from just a knowledge standpoint. We're saying this from an actual livelihood.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not telling you something I studied and I'm trying to practice it. No, we did this. We went from owning one house to owning 4 houses. I never wanted houses, she wanted houses. But I said, okay, that's what you want, then that's what we'll work on. And we worked on that and got 4 houses. And then when we sold all the houses, we had a nice day, you understand?
But you took me up for steak that day.
Yes, I sure did, paid with your money. Yes, I did. At the end of the day, it is what you two do together that makes the best of the best. Because like I said, them kids gonna grow up and go. Before you know it, they're gone. Now what you got left? Y'all don't like each other no more, you know what I mean? And that's what we do. We try to make sure we continue to love each other by growing with each other each stage of our life. Because we don't grow the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody matures a little differently than the other. But what we can do is we can participate in the growth. Because it may not be for me now, but eventually I'm gonna wake up and go, like my wife, she's a saver. I wasn't a saver. I like to pay bills and, come on, let's take the family and go somewhere, right? But then I realized the way she was saving was like the best thing ever. Then it was my turn to come to the knowledge and acceptance and understanding of saving works. I remember the first time I saved $1,100 because my private pocket, right? Like we got private pockets, right? I was like, yo, I had $1,100. I didn't think she had like 19,000, right? So I felt good about my 1,100. But the revelation of saving didn't kick in until it was my turn to receive it, where she had already had it, right? So you see how the growth, we pull each other up. When I'm the spiritual person, and I won't say the spiritual person, but I'm more the teaching person of spirituality in the house, right? And now I listen, I used to watch my wife when we first got together, and just as carnal as she could be, poor little thing. She loved God, but didn't have a relationship with God. Now, man, listen, that little girl preaching and teaching just as good as I am.
Don't make me sound so holy, because I could still let out some words.
She can still cuss up.
Yes,
but
I can. And still go to heaven, but
at the end of the day, I moved her to, what I did,
yeah,
encouraged her to come to where I was. You see what I'm saying? So we shared each other's thing now. We look back at our relationship now and our children that we raised, the mesh, the 5 ones that we raised together, you can't separate them.
Right.
You can't separate them. When one's graduating, everybody's coming. All right? Because that's the tone we set.
Yeah.
That's the very atmosphere I wanted in my house. I wanted a family. I didn't want nothing discombobulated. I didn't want, mommy got better kids, and I got better kids. You know how the kids play on each other? Mm-hmm. Nope. What mom says, come over here. Didn't your mama tell you? Nope. What dad said, didn't I tell you? Right? That's how you bring that oneness together. Yeah. That's the best part about it. So that's what the book kind of entails. It's just talking about our life, our own autobiography, and how God brought 2 different spaces together, created one, and did our best. We did our best to make sure we honored the blessing God gave us. From the children, to the property, to the finance, to the whatever. And now we can look back and say, you know what? We need to teach some other folks this, because this thing really works. And especially when you keep people out of your marriage.
Yeah.
Mom and dad mean well, but y'all work on it first. Y'all go until you can't figure it out. And then you call in for some assistance, godly assistance, right? You don't want none of your friends talking about, girl, I leave him in a day. He did what? He called you what? Okay, you need to be out. You don't need that kind of wisdom.
Yeah.
That ain't wisdom, that's foolishness, right? Same for you too. You know what I mean? Don't let anyone in your marriage that don't belong in it. That's a space that belongs to you and God.
Yeah.
You and God. And if you can't work it out, ask God to bring somebody in the middle to help you. Mm-hmm. But don't walk away from each other. Because I promise you, wherever you go, you're going to meet another set of problems.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying to you.
Different
I don't care how good it looks, how it smells, what it tastes. Yeah, I ain't even taste, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You were talking about food.
It's going to be a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's only cooking the chicken.
Right.
I'm getting a little hungry. But anyhow, guys, I hope this blesses you guys, right? And we're family now, so if you ever need a conversation, y'all know where to reach. You know how to reach us. And we always here for you. All right?
Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Love and Marriage, we thank you. Go out there and
Go
buy
grab
that
the book. Grab the book.
Go
guys.
buy that book.
It'll be a blessing to you.
www.greenhouselove.com. greenhouselove.com.
And he plays a lot too. He plays a lot.
Doing the whole commercial over here now.
I gotta get that down.